Hi everyone, so in this video I would like to show you some of the different functionalities and features of Visual Studio Code that can make our coding experience more comfortable. So the first one I'd like to show you is on the top left of your screen in the file ribbon. If we go down, you can see the autosave. You can see it's already ticked for me. Now this autosave feature, what it does is that immediately you type a key or character, it saves by itself. Now, if you have not watched this video and you have started your HTML course, you may see that some of your changes in your code are not being applied to your web page, maybe because you are not saving. So it's advisable that you enable this autosave feature. If it's enabled, you should see a check mark behind it, or you get used to saving before you run your web page. Now, the next one I'd like to show you is in the run ribbon. Start debugging. First, what's the bug? A bug is an error or a problem in our code. One bug could stop our entire code from running. Now what's debugging? Debugging is finding that error in our code. Now, Visual Studio Code, our IDE, has an inbuilt feature for finding bugs or problems in our code. And this can be very useful when we don't get what is stopping our code from running. So we could also run without debugging. So when you're less busy, I advise that you go through each of these ribbons and get familiar with the shortcuts or how to get to the ones that you find very helpful during your coding. So another one I'd like to show you is in your profile or accounts. So you show accounts. When you click it, you will see different things. You see backup and sync settings, turn on cloud changes, turn on remote tunnel access. Now you can link your Visual Studio Code to a GitHub account. You can see mine is already linked and I can sign out whenever I want. So this will help us if you need to chat with GitHub to ask a few questions. Another thing I'd like to show you is in the themes. Different themes that we can change our Visual Studio Code IDE to. We have can be dark. We have many of them. I'd like you to play with them and choose the particular one you like. But I personally really like this abyss. So the last thing I'd like to show you in this video is this keyboard shortcuts. Now, these keyboard shortcuts are key bindings. That's a shortcut to get to almost all the commands in Visual Studio Code. Now I could search for a particular command like save, then to show me the command and the key binding for it. Now let's say I don't like the key binding that it's set. I could double click it and press my desired key combination and then press enter. So let's say I change this to Control Shift 9. Yeah. So now if I press Control Shift 9, it's auto fix. So we could change any of the key bindings to a desired one we like, but we should make sure it's not one that's not already used so that we don't overwrite it. So this is all that I would like to talk about about Visual Studio Code features today. Continue coding with Visual Studio Code, continue learning more about HTML, and continue on our CodeWiz HTML course so that we can become a software engineer in no time. Thank you and see you in our HTML course.